Hi guys, my name is Noel and you are welcome to my YouTube channel. So guys, I'm sorry that I've not been able to upload videos for some time now. I have been very busy. In fact, currently I am in Florence in Italy, but I have to make this video because I think it's important for my wonderful subscribers. So today I'm going to respond to some of the questions that were asked by my subscribers and my followers on my YouTube channel. By the way, if you are trying to apply to the University of Luxembourg for this year admission, I want to remind you that admission procedure started since February 1st and is going to end by the 30th of April 2025. For non-EU applicants, it's always important to start the application process on time because the University of Luxembourg is a highly competitive university and every year they are often oversubscribed by applicants. So apart from having the required documentation, it's always important to also start your application process on time. Now let's go into the frequently asked questions a couple of weeks on my channel. So the first one is, this person is Osarugwe 4287, and then the person asked this question on my channel. I graduated in 2021 with bachelor's in engineering. I have proof of English proficiency certificate from my institution. Please, can this certificate serve on my application? Now, I've made videos about language skills requirement for the University of Luxembourg, and I explain clearly in those videos what are the requirements for language skills. And this information can be found quite easily at the University of Luxembourg website. And I want to reiterate what I've said already before in my videos. Now, there are two ways you can fulfill this English language proficiency requirement. One, if you have graduated from an English taught program within the last 2 years, then that will suffice. You don't need to provide any other further proof of English language proficiency. Nevertheless, if you have graduated for more than 2 years until the time you're making your application, then you have to get certificate of proficiency for English language, which could be IELTS and other certificates acceptable by the university. You can find this information at the University of Luxembourg website. Just go to the language skills requirements section of the website and you're gonna find all the details about this particular requirement. Number two, this person is, what's the name? It's about Luxembourg as well. This person said in the chat, in the YouTube question section, this person said, I followed the instructions. I am still stuck on getting password to continue uploading my documents. A couple of people have complained about not getting their password after they have created their after they've registered at the University of Luxembourg application portal for their admission process. Usually it's a very seamless, simple procedure. You create an account, and if you're registering for the first time, you have to create, the system will create a temporary account for you after you have entered your information, and then you receive an email with a request for you to reset your password. And once we've done that, your account is activated. So you should be able to get an email from the university registration portal once you have entered your details. Maybe you can check your spam or your trash. Sometimes these things can go to your spam or trash, but usually it shouldn't be a problem. But if it continues, I guess you have to contact the University of Luxembourg admissions section to make your complaint. But usually there shouldn't be any problem. If you go to the university website, you see the step-by-step ways you can make your application, right? And the third person here says, how can we apply for the appointment I guess person talking about visa appointment for student visa for Luxembourg. So do you have to make appointment before visa application, or is it the same? I'm not quite sure what the person meant. I guess the person want to find out the procedure for making an appointment as a student to travel to Luxembourg. And this person Abua4488, that's the username on Gmail. So now this is what I want to clarify. I've made several videos about the process for temporary authorization to stay application. Now, if you are going to Luxembourg for study, right, and you want to get your travel permit to Luxembourg, there are two things you have to do, and you have to do them in sequence. Now, applying for your temporary authorization to stay is not the same thing as applying for your visa D. I'll make that clarification. Visa D is a kind of visa for long-term residents, long-term people who want to stay in the country on a long-term basis. Maybe those who got a job in Luxembourg or in the European Union, or those who are going there for a study. That's for long-term purpose. Now, if you have secured admission at University of Luxembourg, for example, the first thing to do after your admission offer is to apply for your temporary authorization to stay. Right? That's the first step. And how do you do that? First of all, you need to basically get all your documents and send that to the Immigration Directorate Luxembourg. Right? Now, if they approve your temporary authorization to stay application, then they'll give you a letter of confirming that. They have to take that letter and other requirements to then apply for your visa D. Now, Luxembourg do not have visa or consular office in many countries, in some countries, but they do work with other consular services. For example, in Nigeria, they work with Belgian embassy, and in some countries, they work with Netherlands embassy. So in Nigeria, they work with Belgian embassy, they have office in Abuja. So if you have now gotten your authorization to stay, you have to now go to Belgian embassy in Nigeria and apply for your visa D. And then that your letter will help to fast track that, because already they have approved you from Luxembourg to apply for that visa D. So you can check out the Belgian embassy and see how the criteria for the visa D. But the first thing first is to apply for your temporary authorization to stay. Just get the document and send it to Luxembourg directly from your country of origin. You can also make inquiry from Luxembourg embassy around you if they have one in your country. Okay, I hope that is clear. By the way, guys, I'm not an immigration agent, and I do not work or affiliate with any of the embassies or institution. This information on my channel is based on my research and experience in this field. So as a disclaimer, please, if you need an immigration inquiry or visa inquiry, please do contact the embassies or the appropriate authorities in charge. Okay? What I'm saying is based on my research and my personal experience, and for your information purposes only. Number 4 says, Noel, what are the medical checkup made of aside the TB test? Now, once you arrive in Luxembourg, you need to declare your arrival to the local authority within 3 days of arrival, and they'll give you certificate of arrival. Okay, and they have to also do your medical test within 3 days as well. And usually, from my own experience, what they did for me or for other people during my set was tuberculosis test. You have to do that before you travel from your country, but when you arrive, you have to do another one in Luxembourg. So as far as I knew, to the best of my knowledge, it was TB test that was done. Nothing else was done, if I could remember. Okay, but you could check their local authority and ask them, because policies can change from time to time. Maybe now other tests are also involved, but I'm not aware of that. I'm talking based on my own personal experience. This is very important, because without your medical test within 3 days of arrival, you may not be able to apply for a residence permit while in Luxembourg. So you have to make sure that once you arrive, you comply with all the regulations attached to your visa as a foreign student in Luxembourg. 5 says, my entire educational background has been in English. I have done BSc in English recently in 2025, so I don't need to take language tests, question mark. Only English proficiency certificate issued by my school would be enough, question mark. This is by Ami Khan. Yes, if you have graduated within the last 2 years, as your message indicates, then and you graduated from an English taught program, then obviously you don't need to provide any other English language test proficiency like IELTS. This should suffice according to the information at the university website. Maybe some kind of your certificate alone in English should be able to indicate that you studied in English language, and that should be enough. Okay, that's Ami Khan. Number 6 question here is, what can one do if having difficulty to make payment for application fee via online payment, in bracket credit debit card? Unfortunately, a couple of people have complained about difficulties in making payment from Africa. I think a lot of people from Nigeria have complained about this. I do believe that if you have Visa card or MasterCard, you should be able to make payment from anywhere around the world. But I don't know the kind of cards you guys are using from Nigeria or other parts of Africa. Usually it should work if it's Visa card or MasterCard. And then if you're having difficulties, I think the best place to go is to contact your bank. Unfortunately, I'm not a financial advisor, and I cannot do much about your difficulty in making payment for application fee. I think the best thing is to contact your bank, because ordinarily with a Visa card or MasterCard or any other traditionally accepted card, your payment should be quite easy and seamless. Number 6, is it number 6? Okay, number 7, the last one for today. Please you can say more about accommodation. Well, this accommodation at University of Luxembourg is very competitive. So I would advise you, once you get your admission at the University of Luxembourg, the next thing you should do is to quickly apply for accommodation at the University of Luxembourg, because it is quite cheaper if you live within the university. And I can tell you the university accommodation are very, very nice. They are comfortable and it's quite very good, and the price is cheaper compared to living outside. But remember, every year they are often oversubscribed. So once you have your provisional admission offer, straight away you are now eligible to apply for accommodation. So do that as quickly as possible. So that's all I have for you guys today on my frequently asked questions. Today is 22nd of March 2025. I will also keep updating you guys about this Q&A section. Maybe somebody else might find it interesting. Maybe what you're trying to ask me has been answered already here. So take time to read my responses on my chat box section on my channel, also in videos like this, because you never know, maybe what you are trying to find out has been asked by somebody else, and by watching this video and reading other people's comments, you might find answer to your questions. So once again, guys, thank you guys for watching. Subscribe, share this video. Remember, consistency is key to success, and you have the power to bend reality and create your own future. Keep going. The success you are looking for is within. When you have what people are looking for, they will find you. Stop chasing people's dreams. Find who you are. Discover the essence of your existence, and then manifest your true potentials and let the world see who you are. Because you know what? The universe is waiting for your manifestation. What are you waiting for? I am the manifester. Thank you, and God bless you. Really good.
Do you know that you can study abroad and pay as little as 200 euros per semester? Yes, 200 euros per semester. You don't have to break the bank to fulfill your goal or ambition of studying abroad. So visit my channel. You're gonna see videos of countries in the European Union, Schengen zone, where you can study and pay very low tuition fees, and even in some cases free of charge. I have videos across countries like Luxembourg, the Czech Republic, Belgium, Austria, Slovakia, Hungary, and so many others. All you need is right information, and you can be able to do this thing yourself. Remember, you have the power to bend reality and create your own future. Stop dreaming, stop thinking, start acting. Click on my channel, visit my YouTube channel and watch those videos. Like, subscribe, and then drop your questions. Together, we can make it. Come on, let's go.